Hi, my name is Ivan, and I've been with Manage Engine for almost 3 years now. And I focus on SIEM security, endpoint management, infrastructure observability, and privilege access management in the company. Manage Engine has been growing so fast this past few years. We're not only catering for security, we are catering for a lot of things like identity access management, SIEM, IT service management, and there's actually quite a lot more. And we just recently released our anti-ransomware and anti-malware this year. Manage Engine has, by the way, our solution, it's built from scratch. That's what's amazing about Manage Engine, right? So this is our first antivirus solution that uses a lot of technology from our own existing technologies. And the good thing about our NGAV is that it can compete with a lot of EDR solutions out there because it can do a lot of recovery, learning from the previous mistakes and preventing future unknown threats that are coming. Thank you for that wonderful question. Actually, our endpoint security solution is one of our suite solution. The reason for that is because it's not just it consists of a lot of things. So like you mentioned, configuration, it does configuration, it does patch management, and it also detects vulnerability, and we can actually also patch this vulnerability on the machines. And aside from that, we can control browsers that need to be accessed, application that can be installed, or even blacklist them. We can manage your BitLocker keys easily so that you don't have to manually put them on an Excel sheet or a notepad. And not mentioning the NGAV and anti-malware, they're also part of the Endpoint Central as a whole package. So imagine all the needs that you need for managing Endpoint Central. Endpoint is in Endpoint Central.
Okay.
So how do we proactively fight attacks, right? By just enabling the NGAV and the anti-malware solution. The AI and its machine learning will already do its stuff by analyzing and being active all the time if there are any threats going on in the infrastructure. Again, as you mentioned that Managed Engine has been growing, or I may have mentioned that there are a lot of requests from our clients. The Managed Engine has been booming for the past few years, and there's a lot of requests, feature requests, integration requests, and this is the reason why there's a lot of available integration. Even now, as we speak, or maybe next week or next month, there are always new requests from our clients. And the more we get more user base, and the more we try to have more integrations with other solutions. One of our popular solution is the Endpoint Central, right? But since we've already mentioned that, I'm going to focus now on our SIEM solution. Our SIEM solution is just not a SIEM solution, it is also a SOAR solution, like a security automation orchestration and response. And aside from that, it can also do compliance check. So if you have any yearly audits with ISO, PCI, our log 360 or our SIEM, it can do detection in the infrastructure, analyzing which devices are not compliant, so that you can avoid being fined by your clients. And also, when the client does an audit to you, you're able to comply with the requirements. I participated in multiple events, and I would say PhilSec is one of the best. It's very organized, and you select the right venue. And I would recommend going on the yearly event on PhilSec. I like it. I like the venue, how you guys have handled the events. So actually, just out of words, it's good.